first part's up. Let's get to the second half. But before I do,
swallowed to demonstrate what you could do instead. Your man Giacomo, your boy DJ Vice, Mr. DJ Bad Deeds. James, your name's James, really. Alright, fair enough. It's a bit too corny now with the DJ Bad Deeds and all that. You can't expect ruthless teenage students to not take the piss out of you there.
I didn't know that there were Team Star cutscenes in the school. I'll have to check those out when I finally can play Violet in 2 weeks.
Come now, I'm sure he's a nice enough guy, but that's such an easy target for it, because I think everyone can relate to that character in school. The SoundCloud rapper who's going nowhere. XX Trapezoid Muscle Don Optimus Prime. The guy's all fairly set with his dark team. Actually read the manual a bit and knows to put King Gambit last. And apparently...
Yeah, he's actually smarter than the quote-unquote top champion.
He's the one canonically making Team Star's theme songs. So if you're telling me he's the chef who cooked up that Team Star battle music, you know what, fair play. Just drop the Pokemon game, drop the academy, you're gonna make it. Just drop the Pokemon game, drop out of school, go on tour. Have Crocodile be your security and everything. Because honestly, he's making some bangers.
Yeah, he is.
I think, according to Google at least, he's called Mr. Sawaro, your home economics teacher, and I reckon the most skilled man in the country. You know, obviously, with how much Paldea bombs off the sandwiches, this entire piece of land would be starved without the man here. I reckon he's on a bigger salary being a part-time sandwich artist than Larry is working 2 jobs. But... It's not just that skill-wise. Imagine turning up to your cooking classes and your teacher's built like SEMA. Anything your man has to say about nutrition, I'd be listening to. I'd be listening to every bit of nutritional advice this man has to offer. This is the kind of geezer.
I would listen to him too, because he jacked.
You're one teaching you how to cook. Obviously, he's cracked the code. Ahead of the game from Iono. Your man's definitely tapping into the rear deltoid market. Got so built, they probably had to make a whole new model just to match his physique. He turns up to class and Arvin sprints towards you thinking another Titan Pokemon showed up. Just how many Herba Mystica sandwiches do you have to eat to get forearms bigger than your student's chest? I reckon he trains forearms more than he trains Pokemon. And his team is fairly solid for what he is. I'm just trying to figure out his choices a bit more. Your man has fish, bit of honey, ice, and goo. I can't cook without my goo. You've got the Hattori in there, I assume, to be the head chef of the bunch, because I wouldn't dare say otherwise, as I lack the 19th century submarine gear necessary to survive being shanked by it. And Pachirisu, you know he's there to go under that hat and somehow ratatouille up a meal out of those ingredients. A delectable iced honey fish with goo. Rhymes team, Mimikyu, Spiritomb, Houndstone, Toxtricity, even though they're a man down, that's fairly weaponized. One of the upper gym leaders easily. No questions from me about that.
Definitely with the Mimikyu and the fact she's a rapper, which is fucking awesome. See, they should have added voice acting in this game. Well, the last one too. Because, I mean, come on, who wouldn't want to hear a VA for Rhyme rapping like no one's business? That would be fucking sweet.
I like that being a ghost leader, but doing a rapping gimmick within the confines of Pokemon is just so dead. It's so dead. Game Freak, whatever, whoever's mate, you've gotten a lot of younger brothers roasted by their families for this. Their mental trauma is on your hands. If Team Star were a thing in real life, they'd be bullied into joining it. Like, if I were playing this as a kid, and my older brother, he had his friends over, we were down the house, and I were playing this, they would rip the complete piss out of me. Do you understand the grilling I would be subject to? And the worst part is, it would be fully justified. It'd be fully earned. It'd be Kingdom Hearts 2 all over again. Look, I know Roxas sounds like a Gaylord, right? I'm playing him because it's sick, but 90% of the time it's sick. I swear. Well, alright, it's kind of gay. Who cares? Leave me alone. Just let me play my Mickey Mouse game. It's only a minor example compared to like that in the Little Mermaid world. You don't want your dad walking in seeing you playing it. And Game Freak wants kids to keep playing Pokemon as they grow up a bit. But this is the kind of thing that gets them bullied into only playing COD and FIFA for the rest of their lives.
Ghirardelli chocolate chips. Makes baking a bite better.
Playing COD and FIFA for the rest of their lives. So a lot of the teachers really do have mixed teams. I just want to know if there's any logic between Ryford's choices as a history teacher. I mean, she really must have been dusting off the history books to remember Leminian exists. Maybe is a ghost of the past. Zoroark could morph into many historical figures, I'm sure. Even Survivor has a generational feud with Zangoose. He'd have many a tale to tell. And Scizor has very large clamps. I think Grumpy got lost trying to find the drama block. Look, unless
I can see her using a Cleavor as well instead of a Grumpig, because past history.
Grumpig's there to teach me about the war atrocities Paldea has caused, unless he's there to educate me on how many times Paldea has broken the Geneva Conventions. I ain't listening. That Fugazi pogo stick can bounce back into the cafeteria so Mr. Sawaro can spawn us up some baking sarnie. So it's a very top-heavy team, but that weight is more than heavy enough to bring Rifle up to the upper bracket of Paldea's trainers, I'd say. Aside from being the most obvious twist reveal since finding out Flint was Brock, the rock-solid Pokemon.
I mean, yeah, it was obvious that she was the leader, but still a good character.
Our trainer's dad, Penny, happens to come at you with the complete set Pick-Me-Girl team. I was expecting a new evolution at the end if they were gonna go this far with basing a whole character around it. Maybe a paradox or two be coming our way, where it doesn't really matter if there were an extremely powerful Eevee paradox evolution. She still probably wouldn't use it anyway, showing some poor form right there not having Espeon. But even then, a team full of Eevees, that's still a really solid six-pack by in-game character standards. It's arguably the most powerful form of the archetype.
So that's what her room looks like.
Type of six Magikarp man. When you're first introduced to Arven, I figured he was gonna be that annoying rival, the up himself one, the pompous, "Oh, you chose Fuecoco. What council house did you catch that troglodyte in? If you needed spare change, you could have just tried to ask. I have a right mind to call Mr. Sawaro and his big sexy biceps to grab you by the scruff, take you by the academy back doors and say, oh, and stay up." But no, he's more grounded than I first thought. It always hits close to home for people, seeing someone with a big, chubby dog is their best friend. The guy hasn't got some huge evil scheme to turn the region communist. He's not driving past you every route to remind you that you don't own the Ho convertible. All he wants is his beefy best friend back to full health. And thankfully, the sandwiches cured his Mabustiff's illness. Shame he couldn't get any of that Herba Mystica to his...
A great Pokemon, great character, and great story.
But well, easy come, easy go. Mabustiff is a sound lad. I would easily take on 5 Titan Pokemon with my bare hands to save a rotund dog. Looks like he'd tell war stories down Berserker's pub. Says he served in World War II, even though he's only like 53 years old. But you don't dare question him about it, because you don't quite know what he's capable of. Or he'd just straight up be the dog that's down the local, who everyone knows, has his own bowl in the garden with his name on it. No one even knows who owns him. He just spawns in the beer garden every now and then. But everyone loves him. Arven also has the advantage on this list of having a mixed team. Wasn't much of an advantage having him against a Titan Pokemon about to be swallowed whole by a 30-foot worm. And you're telling me you've had a whole team this entire time? Fair enough keeping the Greedent in the PC, but Cloyster, Toadscruel, Gargantuar, he could have dealt with these Titans on his own. I don't know why he had to bring me along. I don't think I was even supposed to be able to navigate myself to Alphanada Town as early as I did. I think Koraidon just cheesed its way through that cave.
I want, early on in my game, I want to go to where Ortega's base is and fight a bunch of Chanseys. Level myself up quickly like that.
The high walls.
That's what I plan on doing.
before I even had the climbing ability. Most of my Pokemon were about level 33, going up against what's meant to be the 7th badge. And it shows. Oh, it shows. My boys were getting tucked in for bed during the pose-off. But I'm not just saying Tulip is the strongest gym leader because even her lackeys filled me in. She's actually got her team sorted the most out of the 8. Gallade and Gardevoir, physical and special attackers, Espathra, dangerous sweeper, Florges, especially defensive wall, and Farigarath is very tall. Imagine if DLC gave us more rematches where all the trainers have full teams. Let's say within the story of the DLC, Paradox Pokemon are no longer this big hidden government conspiracy. They become accepted and widespread. You know Tulip would definitely be getting herself an Iron Valiant thrown on there as well. Poppy manages to be a trainer that's such a prodigy, she bypasses the age 10 law. She must have been choosing her very first starter Pokemon the same age we all did at like age 4. Definitely an elite level trainer managing to have Corviknight and Tinkerton coexist. Got that unlikely alliance going on. Undefeated combo, the hammer and the nail, commanding some of the most weaponized Pokemon from arguably the most weaponized type. And these are all just toys to her. She's only got 5 Pokemon because 6 would have her being the top champion. And although Geeta might have the mental age of an 8-year-old, she can't have herself being upstaged by a physical 8-year-old. You know, she'd rather wait than be embarrassed by a 10-year-old in the middle of the street instead. Eri is the one Team Star goon who actually sent me packing. And when you look at the lineup, I don't think there's any shame in that. Easy to have been caught off guard with Lucario and Annihilate. But the thing is, with this school is dumb, you know? In real schools, you had some kids who get bullied, and it was like, nah, wait till their 17 stone older brother in year 11 is about this one. At this academy, even the bottom set students would know well enough then to try that with Eri. No one's gonna try bully someone whose 17 stone older brother in year 11 happens to be an Annihilate. Doesn't even stop there. Half of her team looks as though it was tailor-made to rip your face off. Then if your skull somehow remains intact after those 6 hands come at you, you've still got Lucario and Toxicroak to deal with. And then if that's still not enough, she's just gonna have to run you over. Hassel, the Elite Four Kingpin, and runs the local art club, slapping the melted crayons out of Geeta's hands to stop her inhaling them all day, to taking orders from her by night, filling in the slot of regional dragon trainer for Paldea. So he has to be top level in some form. Could use his team to sculpt mountains into a statue of his own head, which he could then reside in, to scheme comically evil plans. So guy's the art teacher, the art of war. He threatens you with detention. You sit down and listen. No chance I'm risking getting locked in the school dungeon with Haxorus. On a worldwide stage, his dragon team is lacking, but down Paldea, he's about as good as you're gonna get. He takes after Geeta a little bit, because maybe he's not the brightest. Most dragon trainers are quite limited in what they could realistically use because of the region they're from and what's available. But Paldea, fully stocked up. Ground types are about as mythical as dragons. Salamence, Garchomp, Dragapult, Hydreigon. Tatsugiri, the guy has no excuse. I can see why he teaches colouring in and not the STEM courses. But even then, with his Crayola degree, he still manages to be one of the strongest trainers in Paldea. Geeta and her self-given title of top champion, that's pure copium right there, needs to compensate for being done in by a school student council president. The top champion
and Nimona was even holding back against her, which is even more sad. Honestly, the top champion should be Nimona, if it wasn't for our character.
filled in by someone who organised a charity bake sale that same morning, slapping up the Elite Four with more than enough time to sort out Sports Day. Nimona is much more worthy of the champion status. It can't go wrong with pseudo-legend Gudra. You've got the absolute lad, Orthworm himself. I take back Maverstiff being the local pair of Berserkers. It's definitely Orthworm who's the beloved dog of the pub. He takes on Earthquakes, one of the most feared attacks going, with a bib. Down the Orthworm Academy, they sort out charity quake sales. And they just can't get enough of these delicious little natural disasters. Poor mods could clean you up if you're not careful. And all 3 of the starter Pokemon are pretty lethal. Then there's the fabled 3-bellied Dunsparce. I think I think you're just there to prove they actually exist. The champion should have a staple Paldea Mon. Imagine though Lycanroc being forced in there and you had an Armarouge or Ceruledge instead. Either way, those poor creatures being trained under her regime, I would hate to be her Pokemon. They be getting worked all year round like they're 12 weeks out on Mr. Olympia. Aside from Tulip's lag-conjuring gardeners and Eri from Team Star, the head teacher Clavel probably gave me the biggest go out of the trainers. Thought Quaquavel was gonna Charleston his way into getting me expelled. Had one of the strongest teams going this whole time. Yeah, he goes about LARPing as Johnny Bravo, using this 10-year-old kid as his pawn to go out and deal with this gang of degenerates for him. Well, you see, us teachers aren't allowed to hit the kids anymore like the good old days, so I'm gonna have to send you in. You can hit them. And Skeledirge. Skeledirge can hit them too. Like Nemona, any of the potential starters he could end up with are pretty weaponized. That along with Gyarados, Amoonguss, Poltegeist, I can already see why he's running the academy. So seeing him at full power, I understand why he had to scout you out to go hunt down Team Star for him. Look, he just wants to give them a good education. No one deserves the last frightening thing they see on this earth to be Quaquavel spinning towards you like Michael Jackson. Everyone who's played through the game already knows who the strongest trainers are. When you've got a time machine, an unlimited
Without a doubt.
amount of Master Balls, the ability to lock your Pokeballs. Are we looking at the inventor of time travel or the inventor of action replay? For an in-game character to have only Paradox Pokemon and the main legendary, no chance the professors aren't the top two. Professor Sada gets Koraidon, Roaring Moon, Fluttermane. Those three alone could pack you in. Professor Churro has Miraidon, Iron Valiant, Bundle, Thorns, Moth. It could go either way, really. Both have 7 Master Balls in hand, 570 base stats minimum, the poster boy of a game and a leash. Not only by far the most powerful trainers in Paldea, maybe the most ruthless trainers in the whole franchise. Right up there with Getsus, willing to catch a few bodies, age 10, age 50, anyone can get it. If you've got a trainer's license, it's fair game. Throwing out Koraidon and Miraidon, locking access to your Pokeballs. That's cold. The coldest moment in Pokemon. That's not just, oh no, gang, looks like we're unable to battle. The implication of this whole situation. Surprised they didn't all hold hands and close their eyes like the end of Toy Story 3. This isn't a whiting out situation. You're not gonna lose a bit of pocket money and wake up at the nearest poker center. You're gonna lose your life points and wake up as a dog in Singapore. You're about to watch you and your friends get dragon clawed in half. That sudden realization. The fear in these kids' eyes, could you imagine that? Especially in Arvin's eyes, like, oh, Mum, nah, don't be a dick. It's not on. Come on, let's use the balls. Imagine this is the first time the main player talks, like, fear not, friends. The Academy has trained us for this very moment. You can press the B button to dodge.
Okay. That was this reaction to part 2. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'm going to get to the Poofessor reaction later today.